Hello, welcome back. Just double check you're all in tune. Okay, so I'm going to go through my strings really quickly. Okay, if you're not in tune, then go back, watch the tuning video, and then come back and join us where you left off. Okay, today we're going to be looking at Believer. Okay, and it's going to use a slightly different technique than we used before. So instead of strumming with maybe a pick or with our thumb, we're going to be finger picking. Okay, what that means is we're alternating between different fingers. We're only going to be using two, so our pointy finger and our thumb. Or you can use your pointy finger and your middle finger. Okay, and what finger picking allows us to do is instead of just strumming chords, okay, or maybe if you're using a pick, instead of just strumming, with finger picking, okay, it allows us to break that chord apart, okay? To give us a different sound. It's also called arpeggiating, or also known as an arpeggio. Okay, when we pick a chord, that's called an arpeggio. Okay, so let's have a look then. With Believer, it starts off with, well, I'll play it for you first, okay? So we've got okay, or if you were using these two fingers, you'd get this sound. Okay, so it might not sound exactly when you think of Believer, you might not hear this part, but this is the guitar part for that song. Obviously, there's lots of drums and singing and things going on, but underneath is a guitar, okay, and this is what the guitar is playing. So, first of all, let's have a look. What are we playing with our fretting hand? So, with our pointy finger, we're going to be playing 2nd fret B string. Okay, and with our middle finger, we're going to be playing 3rd fret G string. And then with our plucking hand, we're going to be using our thumb and finger for this technique. Okay, so let's have a look. When we're holding down a string, that's usually the string we want to pluck. So our middle finger's holding down G string. Well, our thumb's on top of our middle finger. If we look at our hand, our thumb's at the top. So we're going to use our thumb, follow that string, okay? So we know we're definitely playing G. And then with our pointy finger, going to follow this B string that we're holding down. So we know we're definitely playing the B string, okay? So that just sort of identifies and proves to us that we're playing the right strings. And we're going to alternate them. By alternating them, I mean when we pluck one, we pluck the other. Okay, so we're not plucking the same string twice, or 3 times, or 4 times, yeah? We're alternating between the strings. So when we pluck one, we pluck the other. So, holding down 2nd fret B string and 3rd fret G string, and we're plucking G and then B. So we're going G, B, G, B, G, B, G, B. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I think it goes on for 8 times. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 1 count is when we play both strings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah? Okay, so let's break down nice and slowly what we're doing. So we're holding down 2nd fret B, 3rd fret G, our thumb on the G string, and our pointy finger on the B string. Okay, so we've got thumb plucking G, and then in pointy finger plucking B. Good. So we're going to do those 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now this is where it gets a little bit tricky. Our ring finger is going to go to the 4th fret of the D string. And now, because we're holding down the D string, we want our thumb to follow that. So we're going to get the D string, we're going to follow it here. So our thumb has moved too. But we're still staying index finger on 2nd fret B string. So our plucking index finger can stay where there is there. So we've gone from this shape, so G and B, to D and B, okay? So we've gone 4th fret D string and 2nd fret B string. Okay, so we've got our first position, that's plucked 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, then our next position is just 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so nice and slowly. D, B, D, B. But what we don't want to do, when we pluck our D string, we don't want to strum all the way through the other strings like this. Okay? We want to make sure we've got control over it just to play the D string and nothing else. So that might help if we, with our thumb, we pluck away from the string rather than plucking down. We're sort of plucking away. Or when we pluck down, making sure we rest on the G string. And we don't strum through it. Okay? So we get... So that's plucking with the pointy finger on the B string. D, G, D, G, D. Sorry. D, B, D, B, D, B. Okay? And then our last position, so it's just 3 chords for this one, is very similar to the first one, but move down a fret. So it's going to be 1st fret B and 2nd fret G. And then that's the same with our plucking hand. So let's follow B string, we're going to be plucking this. And then G string, we're going to be doing that with our thumb. Okay? So we get this sound. Okay? And that'll be 4 times. So our first chord is 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next one is just 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then our last one is just 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then at full speed it sounds like this. Okay, so it's important to get the rhythm correct, so it's very quick. Okay, so getting the rhythm is important for it to sound like the actual song. So let's have another closer look at what we've got. 2nd fret B, 3rd fret G, and then we're plucking B string with our pointy finger and G string with our thumb. Okay, if I slow that down, we get... Okay, so our thumb is coming back quite quickly. Alright. Then to our next chord. So we're just going to let go of the G string with our middle finger to make sure that we're only playing 4th fret D, 2nd fret B. So that looks like this to this. Okay, so we've got this. And then to this. And then okay, so let's do that one more time, nice and slow. Okay, now I'm going to play again, and I'm going to put the tab at the bottom of the screen so you can follow it using the tab. Okay, so let's go again. Okay, great. One last thing I just want to talk about. These chords, they have names, okay? So at the moment, we're just referring them as what frets we're holding down, and we haven't given them a name, but they do have a name. The first chord is called B flat minor, okay? So just like A minor. Okay, what we're doing is we're taking this shape and we're just putting it here, but letting go of this finger. So we've got, okay, but if we add the whole chord, we get this sound. Okay, that's B flat minor. But we're only using 2 notes from it, so we don't need the whole chord. Okay, and then we've got this chord. Okay, so that's F sharp major. Okay, but we're only again just playing those 2 notes. Makes it a lot more simpler, and also that's just how it was played in the song, okay? So it's not like we're simplifying the song, we're just using exactly what they played. So is B flat minor, and then we've got, which is F sharp major, and then it goes to this, which is F major, okay? So we've got, if we were to play it with the full chord, we had this sound. Okay, but luckily for us, we're not doing that. We're just playing it with the notes. So let's have a look then with the tab, and we'll just go over it together. So okay, great. Have a lot of fun learning that one. It's a really good song, okay? And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.